What's up, everybody? Ricky Carruth here. Welcome back to another episode of Real Coaching in Real Time. This is episode number 12, and I want to welcome you to today's show. I'm your host, Ricky Carruth, of course, and it's really good to be in 2021, guys. I've been saying it ever since before the year started that, man, I'm so excited that this year is here. It's just another day, really, but just flipping that calendar over really has just another, it's just on a whole nother level, right? It's just hitting different, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole different situation. But hey, my year started out good. I had a lot of closings right at the end of the year. And those closings right at the end of the year got paid on them this week. It was way over $100,000. So I'm starting out the year with $100K in my pocket. And I've got several more closings. So January is going to be really big. Nice little start of the year. February is starting to fill up. And I'm just excited to be here, excited to be in the business that I'm in, excited to be, this is year number 19 for me, actually. 2021 will be 19 years in the business. And so next year I'll hit that 2-0. And couldn't be happier, man. I could not be happier with where I am, in the business, in life. I'm really, this year, 2021, I'd love to hear you guys' I'd love to hear your resolutions, your New Year's resolutions in the comments. But this year, two things for me, right? Two things for me this year. I really want to work on keeping things simple, right? I want to, which I'm already a master of, right? But I want to take it to the next level. I really want to make things as simple as possible and keep my life simple. Not complicated, not stressful, just keep everything on a nice, even playing field, not overwhelm myself, understand what's sufficient, what's scalable, and really go all in with just a couple things that I know really works well. I've already been through all that stressful, build your business, part of everything. And now I'm here where I really know what works for me, and I can really pick and choose my lane that I know can take me to that, helping millions of people and having a legacy that trickles down from generation to generation to generation, and that's kind of what I'm looking for at this point. So excited to be on that path with you guys and for all of you guys to be witnessing it for the whole journey, really. So today I've got two really special agents. I want to bring them both out and introduce themselves. If you want to come on the show, just hit me up, right? Just reach out to me and let me know you want to come on the show. I normally have 3 agents. Today I have 2. One of them just absolutely went ghost. And you could come on and chat it up with me for 10, 15 minutes. Ask me whatever you want. And, it's a lot of fun. So you guys just reach out if you want to come on to the show. At the end of this one, since I only have 2, normally I've done this before. Whenever I have 2 agents, normally at the end, I normally let somebody call into the show. Right. So I'm going to do that this time. And so at the end of this, I'm going to let one of you call in and talk it up and answer your questions and all that good stuff. So let's bring our agents out today. First, we got Ron Dennis. Ron.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing today?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, tell everybody who you are, where you're at, what you do, how long you've been doing it.
Sure thing. My name's Ron Dennis. I work with Laura DeLong Realty. We're a small, hometown brokerage out of the mid-Michigan area. It's Lansing, Michigan. It's Glar, greater Lansing area. So we have 3 brokerages in the area here, and we are growing and just looking forward to the 2021 year just to get started and, man, just do my thing. I'm a new agent. I've been going for this is the start of my 4th month. So I basically got about 90 days behind me.
Okay. You're 4 months in the business.
Yep.
All right. Let's do this thing, man. That's beautiful. Cool, man. Looking forward to chatting with you in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Let's bring my guy Hussein out onto the program.
Yes, sir.
What up, my guy?
What up, man? Ricky, the truth.
How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic, man. Thanks for having me on this. I appreciate you, like always.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Tell everybody who you are, where you're at, how long you've been doing it, your thing, man.
Man, so my name's Hussein Isaac. I'm in the Silicon Valley area, primarily in Saratoga, San Jose area. I've been doing real estate now for about 2 years, started in 2018 or so. And it's been phenomenal, man. I love the daily grind. I love helping people. Real estate brings out who you are as a person. It brings it out to the table. So whatever you're meant to do, man, real estate will expose you quick. So I'm in love with the process, man. And yeah, couldn't be any more happier.
Nice, bro. That's a good way to put it, man. Your real estate will show you who you are. It's a beautiful way to put it. It will expose you, man.
Big time.
You think you know what you're doing. You think you know what's going on in the world. You think you know what you're capable of, and all of a sudden, bam, you get hit with a Mack truck upside the head.
Man, tell me about it. I never thought I'd cry, man. And my 9 month in the business, I had tears rolled down my eyes. What's going on? What am I doing wrong?
What is this salty discharge coming from my eyeballs?
I started questioning everything under the sun, man.
For sure, man. Looking forward to chatting with you in just a second.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. You guys smash that like button for my guys here. Spending time with us today, asking me some questions, chatting it up, trying to bring you some value. So smash the like button if you would. And also, I just want to give a big shout out to my podcast. You guys need to go. You guys really, really, really need to go jump on my podcast. It's on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast. Just search Ricky Carruth or Zero to Diamond Podcast. I post an episode every single day, 7 days a week. And if you're kind of the person that they're straight fire. I mean, I'll just tell you, they're straight fire. Motivational, the music, the format, they're not real long, 30 minutes. And you get a lot of, I think that's where I really put out the most value that can really get inside your head and help you with your, your psychology of what you're trying to do, putting you in the mindset to actually get out and execute, right? And what our objectives are in the business. So definitely go check out my podcast and give me a 5-star review on iTunes. Cool. Let's bring my guy Ron back out and chat it up for a good minute.
Hey, Ricky, thanks.
Yeah, 100%.
So I just wanted to ask a couple of questions, but first I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on what I'm doing and where I'm coming from. So that would help me the best while I'm on here with you. And I'm gonna be a little selfish and ask those questions. So the first thing is right now I'm doing two different things. Like I have a lead-based system through Zillow that I kind of got started with, that's been feeding me with a little bit of referral mixed in. So I have a great start. I have in the first 90 days, I have 6 under contract. One was a little shaky, but it's gained ground as of today. So I got two and a half closed. So there were 6.5, 2.5 closed, 4 more going. So I've gotten real busy off of the initial start, but I know inside that building a database, relationship over transaction, your whole coaching thing touched me from the beginning. I have a personal training background, and I moved into a little bit of coaching and had a little life coaching certification, was going that way. But I've got a lot of friends who are realtors that I grew up with, and one of my real good friends is, and his whole family. So I moved towards that way when, I was just in that coaching mindset, helping people anyway. And when I moved over towards real estate, starting a couple years ago, in my mind, it went along in the same lines. So my question with you is, versus the two different things, knowing that I've got to build up this database and this clientele, I was hoping to, use that lead system to try to get a deal or two here or there, like I have been to feed off of, because I know it takes time to build the database, get the relationships, have that start feeding you back. And I just wondered what you kind of thought of that process. It's the way I seem to be going. It's how it just fell in,
Man, I have no idea what you just asked me. I have no earthly clue what you're asking me, bro.
All right. So I'm using Zillow leads on one end to get some deals going. Yeah. But I know I got to build a database up.
Okay.
And that takes time. I was wondering, have you ever used like that other way with using leads and while you're building your database up, or did you just kind of build your system just off of doing calls the whole time?
100%, man. So like the thing is that like no matter where you get your leads from, it's all the same stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're categorizing it. You're saying, okay, I got Zillow over here and I got this over here. And sure, there's two different processes. One, you're paying a lot of money and waiting on leads to come in, and the other, you're paying hardly any money and you got tons of leads. So it's two different avenues there, right? But at the end of the day, you say, would you, what about buying leads or building your database? Well, the buying the leads is building your database. Any human that you acquire, any human that you acquire, no matter what lead source they come from or what direction they come from, is getting into your database. So you're building your database either way it goes. What you have to look at is cost per database entry, right? So with Zillow, I mean, are you paying for the Zillow leads?
They're starting like this thing this month where they take a percentage.
I got you. They're the referral thing. So
yeah, but that's a pretty high percentage.
Whatever the case may be, man. Listen. Here's the thing, man. I like that better than paying for the leads, right?
Yeah.
Look, listen, man. What you need to do is you need to take those leads and you need to just put them in your database, right? Work them and see which way it goes. Put them in your database. I don't care if it's Zillow, Circle Prospecting, REDX, Sphere of Influence, open houses, whatever it is, man. You need to be on the phone, because when you get the Zillow lead, what's the first thing you got to do? Call them. Right. So no matter where you get your leads from, at the end of the day, you need to call them. So you're not going to do a deal until you talk to someone. And I know a lot of people like to get warm leads and let the leads warm up to your content and then talk to them and all this and all that. But at the end of the day, whoever's talking to the most people and it gets really good at communicating, with people and building their brand and letting people know who they are is going to win. So, dude, I don't care if you're getting Zillow leads or Circle Prospecting or where it's coming from, as long as it's giving you enough people. Here's the punchline. As long as it's giving you enough people to stay on the phone for hours every day.
I got it. That's a good answer. All right. Got that one. So my next question for you, just a personal one. Did you have any mentors like coming into the business at all when you were young, someone that was most influential?
I mean, growing up, my dad was, you know what I mean? Like, he owned his own roofing business. My mom owned a hair salon, and I could like sit back and watch them be business owners, but they were also like the practitioners. They were actually the workers of the business as well.
Okay.
So I like watched my mom and dad own businesses from a business owner point of view. And I watched them actually put the work in behind owning the business. So that was pretty influential growing up, and to watch them own their own and run their own businesses. Now, my dad taught me several things, right? He had these little sayings. One was, these little things stuck with me, right? Like one thing that he talked about was, this is an old saying, right? And it goes, the hurrieder I go, the behinder I get, right? Think about it. The hurrieder I go, the behinder I get, right? That's something that really stuck with me. It's not like, oh, don't go fast, right? It's not like don't go fast, but it's just saying, hey, pay attention, because sometimes the quicker you go, you can go so fast that you're not thinking about what you're doing and really end up going backwards. You know what I mean? And putting yourself in a situation, because it's not only work fast and hard, but also smart. But then you can't chalk up being lazy as just working smart either. Right? You got to work smart and hard. You got to combine the two, and you got to find the perfect balance between the two. That's what that means. He also said this, bro, and this was like very, this is very profit. Like this one, he said, never quit a job. Just add to it. Never quit a job. Just add to it, which means what? I like that. Which means what? Get a second job. Right? Get a second job, right? So like my whole life was based on don't quit a job, just add to it. Okay. So if you look at my life and my career and how my, like the whole thing has went down, dude, I was roofing houses and during the day and serving tables at night. Right. I was working on an oil rig 1 week on, 1 week off, and then trying to get back in real estate during my weeks off. Right now, look at what I'm doing. I'm a real estate agent by day and real estate coach by night. You know what I mean? Like I'm always wearing two hats at all times because I'm always trying to add to my job, right? I'm always trying to figure out what, and so here's the thing, like say you're working at like McDonald's, for example, or like one of these, you're just at the very bottom, you're working fast food or something like that. What you do is you take that job and you say, okay, I'm going to be the very best in the world at whatever that job is that you have at that fast food joint, whether it's the burger station, whether it's the line taking the orders, whatever it is, I'm going to be the best. I'm going to go above and beyond to be the best in the world at that. As I'm training myself to be the best in the world at this, I'm simultaneously looking for something better. I'm not going to quit this until I have something better locked in. Then I can transition to, and I'm always stair stepping up. It's like, this is my career, like this. This is how it looks, right? I'm always doing like this. And I never lose ground because whatever I gain, that's like with real estate. I got up to $1 million and then I quit prospecting and building my business, but I've maintained the $1 million. I'm not going backwards. You know what I mean? So there I go. I'm doing the coaching. So the real estate's still here and I'm here. Now I'm going to keep stepping it up. I'm going to become like a world-renowned speaker and stuff like that. You know, like I'm always going to be stepping it up to the next level. So as far as influential people and coaches and mentors, you know, that was one of my first brokers told me, no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. Right? Are you frozen?
Yeah. I totally relate to that. My father was a business owner too. And he used to tell me, don't quit a job without another one. So
there you go. Same thing.
Definitely a similar thing there. I can relate to that completely. And
same thing. But listen to this. Listen to my first and second broker. Listen to what they told me. My first broker said, no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. Right?
Not right now.
No, it just means not right now. What was he telling me? What was he telling me way back then? Way back then, he was telling me relationships over transactions without saying it. Think about it. When a prospect tells you no, it doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. What is he telling you? Build the relationship for later when they do decide they want to do something. See what I'm saying? And I'll leave you with this.
Yes.
I'll leave you with another one. My second broker said, Ricky, if you'll treat real estate like a job, it'll be the best paying job you ever had. And what he means by that is, you know, when you have a job, you clock in and clock out for 8 hours a day, you know, and if you treat real estate the same way, whereas you clock in and you have to be super productive for 8 hours straight, if your boss catches you slacking, you're going to get in trouble. And you have to stay busy, stay grinding, stay producing for 8 hours, then it's going to be the best paying job that you ever had. You know what I mean? So outside of that, outside of those little sayings that I learned through the process, I watched agents. I didn't have like one mentor. I would watch top agents and I would watch their behaviors. I would watch how they move. I would watch what they say. I would watch how they sell. I would watch their production. And I learned the benchmarks. I'm going to find the benchmarks. I'm going to find whatever the benchmarks are that I need to hit to become the best in the world at whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I'd like to know, like, what are your like top five like values, if you were just to name those off the top of your head?
Top 5 values? I would say that number 1, God, right?
Nice.
Number 2, family, right? Number 3 is finances, career, work, my job, right? And so it goes God, family, work, in that order. You know what I mean? Period.
Yeah.
Story. You know, you guys don't even understand, to me, because y'all aren't in my shoes. I mean, you know, a lot of people have kids and understand the love that you have for your child, of course. But at the end of the day, the fact that I get to work out of my house and have multi-million-dollar businesses and be able to work from the comfort of my home and watch my daughter grow up and go in there and give her a hug, hang out with her, whatever. And during the day, periodically, and at night, sit down and watch TV with her and hang out and not have to worry about money and do all this from the comfort of my own home. You know what I mean? It means the world to me. That's what money does, man. It's like, oh, money doesn't make you happy. No, it doesn't make you happy. Of course not, dude. Some of the happiest moments in my life was when I was living in my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what money does is it gives you freedom to do the things that you love to do. And what I love to do is it's real simple. I love to hang out with the family, right? And I love to help agents, right? That's really where it is for me at this point in my life. So yeah, man, that's the values that I kind of stand for. And
I like that.
I vow to always help agents around the entire world by the millions for absolutely $0, right? Never to charge agents ever in my life.
Yeah, that's such a credible, lofty thing to pick up for your goal and your purpose, and I just respect that a lot. I think that's what attracted me the most, and I knew that it's always relationship over transaction. I mean, it's always about helping the most people you can. I think Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you always get what you want, and I just always try to follow my life with that model. And I just really appreciate what you do. One thing I'd like to ask in this pandemic age that we got going on here, what are your suggestions about how you can use like local businesses around you to help maybe with your, growing or marketing, or with not being able to do what we normally do, and kind of, you don't have the people and the flow and the traffic out on the streets, and everyone's a little apprehensive. It just feels a little funny, when you're dealing with local business marketing and stuff.
Man, listen, here's the thing. So it's preventing you from human to human contact, right? In person. That's what you're saying. Networking events, open houses.
Yeah. City things. Like, we just opened a new office in Grand Ledge. They have an old town effect with city streets, businesses all along both sides. It's dead, man. It's usually like people everywhere down there. They have festivals all year round for different things. It's just all that's kind of cut down, I guess that's why I use the phone now, because I don't know really what else you would do other than reach people through the phone.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you should have been doing in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, man, 3 hours a day on the phone, right?
Yep.
Boom. Do it for 5 years. Okay. Commit to 3 hours a day on the phone for 5 years and see how long you can keep that up. You're not going to be able to keep that up, because after a certain point, you're going to be so busy because of all the business you drummed up from the phone calls that you can't make calls anymore. Okay. People look at stuff that I teach and they think, oh, I don't want to make calls the rest of my life. If you give calls a good 3 to 5 years, you'll have such an incredible business built through that and the weekly email. You'll never have to make calls again in your life. I haven't made a call since 2017.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, thank you. Appreciate that one. I guess as far as that goes, I mean, the only other question that I would say, what is your opinion between like the bigger firm brokerage like REMAX, like how you work for REMAX, and like I work for a small brokerage? Do you see any like advantages or disadvantages there?
Not one bit at all. Period. End of story. It does, dude. Your brokerage means nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah.
Right. This is what means something, man. You focusing on only you, not looking at anybody else, not comparing yourself to anybody else. I don't even know what my competition is doing right now. Right. I have no idea what they're up to. I'm so focused right here trying to help as many people as I can help. And what you need to do is the same thing. You need to sit in a dark room, with the lights off and the dialer running for hours on end until your ears bleed, building your database, putting your business together. And then I'll tell you what's going to happen, Ron. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to say, you know what? I have outgrown my brokerage. Like I'm not learning anything here. I'm just not getting the value. I'm paying too much in fees, whatever. And then you're going to have this huge pressure on your shoulders and you're going to want to move somewhere that's, costs less and gives you more value kind of thing. That's what's going to happen. So until you feel that pressure, stay where you are. Don't care about anything. Build your business and it will come.
Yeah, and I love being where I'm at. I mean, my broker, actually, we don't even pay fees to work under there from her. She's just the greatest person. Yeah. So
what do you pay when you do a transaction?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're paying her, but
okay, you pay fees,
yeah,
man. You pay fees.
Right.
How much do you pay? How much do you pay per transaction?
Well, we do the split depending on, she's got a scale, so it can change depending on how much
well,
you
that's
sell.
what I'm talking about, man. You're gonna have your business is gonna be a certain size, and you're gonna say, I'm giving up X amount of my dollars every year.
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Whether it's a transaction fee, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at it, you're gonna say, I'm done with that.
Oh, I see.
I'm not feeling it anymore. I've outgrown this company. I'm ready to go do so. See, here's the thing. You have to be around people who are doing big things. You have to be around bigger energy, people that are thinking big. If you want to do big things, you got to be around people that are doing big things, right?
Absolutely.
And in the world. And so you can feed off that energy. And so if you're at the company and you're grinding, and you get your business up to a certain level and you feel like, oh, I've plateaued because I can't learn anything else here under this broker. There's no other agents here to compete with. I'm tripling every agent's sale, and you're the big fish in the little pond. It's time to move up and be the little fish in the big pond, right? Right. So because when you're the little fish in the big pond, when you're the little fish in the big pond, then that pushes you to get back up there to try to be the big fish in the big pond. Why do you think I'm out here? Why do you think I took on the world? Right? I crushed my market. I crushed Alabama. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, okay, let's go global. Let's go global.
I get it, man. I got a lot of growing to do then before I reach that point, but I'll be looking forward to it.
Of course you do, man. Of course you do. You got a good 3 to 5 years. Like, yeah, of course. Of course. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you the process. You're going to go and you're going to go years. You're going to build a big business. Maybe you stay there forever. I don't know. But to answer your question, it doesn't matter.
All right. Good. Well, I feel solidified. Then I don't have to worry about what might be on another side if you run another route. And it really doesn't matter. I've learned it just in a short amount of time that you're working for yourself. So really, I mean, it just really doesn't matter. Your business is your business. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks. I don't know.
100%, man. Good chatting with you.
Yeah. Thanks for answering those questions.
Yeah, for sure. I'll bring you back on there at the end. Hussein, let's get you out here, boy.
My guy. Hey, that was a great conversation you guys had, man.
I think so too.
Yeah, some good pointers.
Yeah, I like that. That was some good questions.
Yeah, he came with the heat.
He brought that fire.
He sure did. Well, my first question that I have for you, and then we'll get into some more other questions, is where do you see yourself in 2030?
2030? Mm-hmm. Let's see, 2030, I'm going to be almost 50. Let's see, I'll be 49 years old. Let's see, my daughter will be 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. So she'll be in she'll be in about fifth grade. Let's see, in 2030, I'm still going to be right here. I'm living in my dream house right now. This is the perfect place for me and the family to raise our daughter. She'll go to the same middle school I went to, same elementary school I went to. So that'll be cool, taking her to the same place I went to school. So really, man, to be honest with you, in 2030, I feel like at that point, the wheels are going to be in motion for all the philosophies that I'm throwing out there to be in a position that is going to get passed on from generation to generation to generation to generation to real estate agents and really salespeople of all industries way after I'm gone. So at that point, man, I feel like I will be in a position where I'm literally more of just a world speaker, right? I feel like I'm just going to be in a place where I'm more traveling and speaking and meeting people and just trying to inspire and help and keep pushing the message at that point. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And then my second question is, what's your why? What's your biggest why?
The why, man, it's really, to be honest with you, to set a really, really good example, right? Not only for, mainly for my family, right? Mainly for my family, but kind of a secondarily for everybody, right? Everybody. I just want to set a great example of someone who works hard, right? Of somebody who's honest, somebody that's not out to get people. You know what I mean? I want to set an example that you can actually build a business, right? You can build a business on who you are. You don't have to be somebody you're not. You don't have to be this car salesy. We say car salesman. There's a lot of great, cool, honest, incredible car salespeople out there. Okay. So I don't know why we stereotype car salesmen with the high pressure, stigma, but you do not have to follow the mainstream sales training, high pressure approach, man, that really makes people feel awkward. It makes you feel awkward. It makes your prospect feel awkward. I don't care what industry you're in. Okay. People are going to buy and sell whatever product you're buying or selling, right? If you're in real estate, every single human in your market is going to buy or sell a house at some point, right? They're going to do it. And so our job isn't to try to get people to do stuff. Our job is to create the relationship and make them feel comfortable with us enough to do business when they get ready. That's how you build a big business. So my why is to set a great example, man, really, is just to set the example, to get up early, to have a routine, to do the right thing, right? When somebody doesn't use me as a real estate agent, or somebody doesn't want to be, be part of my team, or, leave the team, or, do business with me for whatever reason, I am supporting them. I'm telling them great move, and I'm telling them, good luck. I wish you nothing but the best, and let me know what I can do to help you. Right? Because here's the thing, man, my intentions really are for them, whatever is best for them. Even Hussein, even if that means me not making money. You know what I mean? And that's where the rubber hits the road on a lot of this stuff, because you got, let's just say brokers, for example. When an agent leaves a brokerage, the broker getting mad at the agent for leaving the brokerage, taking some of their commission, doing this, doing that, making them feel bad. And it's like, bro, you don't really care about me. Your true colors are coming out right now. You acted like you cared about me until it came down to me making a decision that was best for me, right? And now, because I'm not an asset to you, now I just want to be friends. But you don't want to just be friends, right? You only want to be friends if you're making money off me. So now I know who you are. You know what I mean? So I just want to set a great example, man, that you don't have to just try to get people for stuff. You can build your business around people, and invest. The more time you invest in people, it's one of my sayings, man, the more time you waste on people, the more money you make.
Right. That's absolutely phenomenal, bro. Like I said, you're one of the dopest individuals that I know, man, in this real estate business. And, when you talk, I actually listen. It's like, it's coming from a loving place. It's like,
Yeah.
it's different. I've had a few coaches and whatnot that it's just like, it was like a hype man for 30 minutes. They call you on Thursday and they say, hey, what are you doing? Okay, you hit your goals, you do this, you do that. And then he goes, all right, you got this, you can do this. All right, I'll talk to you next week. And I was like, what the heck? You're just a hype man for 30 minutes and then you're gone. And now I'm sitting here staring at the walls, but you break it down and everything, even to the goal settings and, you went above and beyond, man. And so my next question was with the follow-up. When I came in this business, I heard follow up until they either buy or they die. And I'm like, dude, no. Some people don't want to hear from you. And it's just when to call it quits. Let me know.
You never call it quits, man. And that's why I back in 2007, right as I was getting back into the business, when I realized, dude, I realized everything, and I realized as I was working on that oil rig, I realized something hit me, and I realized I got it, right? It's all about people. It's all about people, and that's when in 2007 I started a weekly email. And so what happens, Hussein, is as you're going along and you're following up with people and they start to go ghost on you, right? They never stop getting that weekly email. Sure, if they unsubscribe, great, right? Good. Our job is to filter through the population, right? We're filtering through the population to see who wants to work with Hussein, right? We want to know, we want to filter down to the people who want to work with us. If they don't want to work with us, that's fine, because Hussein, there's an unlimited amount of business and loyal clients for every single salesperson out there. The problem is we stop when we find one that might work with this. We try to work that deal. We stop trying to build our business in terms of new people, right? New prospects, new clients, new customers. And then when that deal doesn't work out, we're crushed because we didn't have anything else in the pipeline, right? It's all about this, man. It's all about keeping your pipeline full, right? Keeping your pipeline full. You want about 10, 20, 30 people on a list that might buy or sell from you in the next 90 days. You need an ongoing list, right? You need an ongoing list. Whereas if one person falls off, that's fine. You did all you could do. You can sleep at night because you did all you could do to help that person. And if they decided to go a different direction, you have no control of that. That's why you want 10 to 20 to 30 people on that list, so that you can control your results regardless of regardless of the things that are out of your control. See what I'm saying? You can't control if somebody ghosts you. You can't control if somebody chooses another agent, but you can control how big your pipeline is of people that might do business with you in the next 90 days. Now, when they go ghost on you, right? You followed up, you've done everything you're supposed to do. Never take them off that weekly email. You know how many people went ghost on me that ended up coming back 4 years later to buy something and refer 3 people to me, and then 2 years after that, sell what they bought from me and upgrade? We're talking about 8 deals in a 6-year period from somebody that ghosted me. See what I'm saying? It's the power of the weekly email. Now here, let me revise the quote: follow up until they buy or die. Right? Here you go. Send the weekly email till they buy or die.
I'm writing that down.
Send the weekly email till they buy or die.
I got that. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
That's the best one you can do. Okay. Another question is just really quick. Simplify your listing appointments when you win. Just kind of give us a run through of just how you do it, by the time you walk into the door and by the time, just quick, short.
Yeah, no, dude, it's real simple, man. I'm going to show up with a folder. I'm going to have a blank listing agreement. I'm going to have one page, a table kind of set up format of the comps. I'm going to have a gift card to a restaurant, normally $20. I'm going to have a Ricky Carruth pin, and I'm going to walk in there and set that folder on the table and say, "What's up, guys? How we doing? Show me this house. Hey, show me the money. I want you to show me this house." And they're going to walk through and they're going to tell me everything and every reason why this house is the best house in the neighborhood, right? They're going to tell me why this house is the best house in the neighborhood, and no other house in the neighborhood holds a candle to this house. And they're going to tell you everything. Through that process, you want to this is your chance to connect a little more, right? We're not being too salesy. We're being very natural. We want to pretend like this is our uncle, or this is our mom, or this is our brother that's showing us this house. Very comfortable, right? Want to make them feel comfortable through this part of the process. And then when we get through showing the house, you know, at that point, you want to kind of start to move towards why they're selling, right? This is the next phase. Why they're selling. We got to know why they're selling. Until we know the backstory behind why they're selling, there's no way that we can help them. We don't know anything, nothing, right? A lot of agents skip this. They go straight to the comps. They comp it out. And I'm telling you right now, dude, part of pricing a house has to do with why they're selling. It does.
That's deep.
It's their motivation. It's what's going on with them. Like sometimes you might want to price it a little under because you know they're in a pinch based on why they need to sell. Right. Well, look, in that case, we need to be right here because I know we can sell it for this, you know, in a week. Right. And we got to go because of why you're selling. Or they might not need to sell in a hurry, you know? And so you have to kind of talk with them through the scenario of what they're doing so you can kind of inch into where we need to price it. Then once we know why, and we've related to the story, when they tell us why, and we need to be relating to whatever it is they're talking about. You know, well, their kids are going to college. Well, you know, my daughter's one. I'm sure I'll be there one day. You know, like whatever is going on with you, relate to them. That way you're on the same page with them, you know, on a personal level. And that just helps you lock it in more. Every time you're connecting with them on a non-real estate level, it's just locking it in more and more and more for yourself. And they're starting to realize you really care about them. You know, and then it comes down to pricing it. You know, and once you know why, then you kind of have an idea of how we need to price it. Then you go over the comps with them and say, based on all that, this is where we are. And then you say, what do you think? Right? What do you think? At that point, you've went through their why, they've showed you the house, and you've told them what your professional opinion is on the price. At that point, you know, they know what the science is. They know what the science is behind the comps and why their house needs to be priced at that number. Now it's like, what do you want to do now? This is where it needs to be. Well, you tell me your thoughts. Because a lot of people, you're like, well, what do you want to ask for it? Well, you're the real estate agent. I want you to come up with a price. Okay, well, here it is. Now what? You know, so it comes back on them. And if they're ready to roll, let's write it up, you know, and you just kind of go from there.
Gotcha. And then not worrying, let's say, you know, some of them, like they say, I want to think it over, you know, and then other coaches or whatnot, they say, try to get the signature right then and then. I'm not that kind of dude. I don't force my mom to sign.
100%. Dude, listen, every situation's different. Gotcha. So we got to know why they're selling. Okay. And based on that, we'll know whether we need to try to get it signed now or dude, every situation is different. You can't this is what's wrong with mainstream training. Right. This is the problem right here is that they say that they're just saying they're putting every situation in a box, and this is exactly how you handle every situation. You've got to get them signed right then. This is how you follow up. You follow up just like this every time on every prospect. How is that? Right. Every prospect situation is different motivations, different goals, different timelines, right? And so we have to do each one on a per situation basis. This is how we need to follow up with this one because this is their situation. This is how we need to price this one because of their situation. It's a situational basis. That's why that's one problem I have with mainstream training. You know, they try to put this is the way you follow up with every lead. This is how you handle every listing appointment. This is how you do every buyer. This is the process for every little thing. No, there's no way. There's no way. You know, that's a good guideline to go by. But once you understand and you get to know people and why they're doing things, then you can effectively figure out how to follow up, what we need to do, create a game plan with them.
Okay. And then one more question about that while we're still in the appointment. Most people are looking for a deal somewhat. So when they hit you with the question, so Ricky, what do you charge?
Mm-hmm. Oh, like for the commission, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll just say 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah, that's what I say. I just say, oh, I charge 5 or 6. And they're like, oh, well, what does that mean? What's the difference and stuff? And I'm like, oh, well, you know, it's 5% if I find the buyer and 6% if, you know, through another agent, 3 and 3. And they're like, oh, okay. And so when you say 5 or 6, it takes the edge off They're like, oh, okay. Well, and I'm like, if I represent 15% of my listings. I represent both sides of 15% of my listings. So, there's a 15% chance I'm going to represent both sides and get you a break there. And I said, and, I'll say, look, if we get in the middle of the deal and the rubber's hitting the road and I need to throw in a little during the negotiations to make it all work, then no problem there either. I'm flexible. And they're like, oh, okay, let's do it. And then all of a sudden, bam, you got a listing for 6%. You see what I'm saying?
That's
and
phenomenal.
You just put it in the listing agreement, 5% if I represent the buyer.
That's phenomenal right there.
See what I'm saying?
That you kind of gave him a gauge, like,
Exactly. And here's the thing too. It's like, it gives you that edge because, like you say, most people are looking for a deal, and it puts you in position where, they feel like they got a deal, even though you just got the listing for 6%. You know what I mean?
Right. Most people feel like they got a deal.
Well, and here's the other side of it. That's only if I'm put in that position, which you may or may not be put in that position a whole lot, especially as your career progresses. Right. As your career progresses and you end up with a lot of repeats and referrals, you hear that less and less because they've already done business with you, or they're getting referred to you by somebody and they trust you and they don't even ask you about commission. And all of a sudden you've got it at a flat 6. Right. Either way, a lot of times it's just a flat 6. Right. But if I have to, that's my first step. See, there's levels. That's my first step down. It's like the first step down is still 6%. Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's my first way to negotiate, to try to squeeze it to make it work for everybody. And then my next step down, if I need to, is 5.5, 5.5 and 5, 5.5 if it's 2 agents, 5 if I sell. I'm still at 5 if I represent the buyer on that one. And so it's like I step down and I try to play poker face with them for a second until we get to a point where everything works.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, like I said, over here, the price point is $1 million a home. So they really feel like they're paying a hefty price,
Yeah. Hey, while we're chatting real quick, let's finish our conversation, but it's like 8 minutes to the hour. So no, we can keep chatting here, but I want to bring somebody live on Instagram. Okay. So just type in me if you want to come live on the show here and ask one quick question, and we'll do that. So type in me if you want to ask a question there. Let me bring Ron back on.
Yes.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, what's up, buddy? So you were listening to, let's see, I'm going to bring David Freeman. Well, let's see if I can bring David on here. So you heard me and Hussein's conversation there.
Yeah.
Did that bring up, maybe if you got one quick question, shoot it to me.
Sure. You talking to me?
Yeah.
For me? Okay. Yeah, sure. As far as that goes, I was just wondering, he was asking you about listings. So when you first sit down with somebody, you're just finding out the why of what they're selling for, more importantly than anything else at the first one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Because I haven't moved over into the really listing side of things. I've been just taking in the whole buyer's agent thing and getting familiar with that. And then, but I'm starting to formulate, some of that stuff. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, David, I got you live on IG. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up, dude?
So, I'm cold calling right now.
Okay.
Always have a minimum 2 hours a day. That's my thing. But I've been doing it for like 2 months now.
Mm.
I was door knocking at first. I door knocked I was doing like 100 doors a day for like a month.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I still have not. It's like I'm persistent. I'm committed to this, and I'm thinking long term. But I still have not gotten a listing yet. I've gotten hot leads. You know what I mean? But
no, dude, I already knew what you were going to ask as soon as you started talking, man. So the thing is guys on YouTube, if you can't hear, he's been calling for 2 hours a day. He's been door knocking, and he still hasn't got to his to a listing, right? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, let me ask you a question. How many combined all together? How many doors have you knocked? How many dials have you made total? Okay.
But that's not how many contacts I've gotten. Like I would say, like so today I dialed for 2 hours and I only had 20 contacts today.
That's great. That listen to me, man. Listen to me. That is incredible numbers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're doing amazing. So let me tell you a little story real quick. You know this guy named William Patrick?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you should look him up. He's in North Carolina, right? You should look him up. You should message him and tell him I sent you. Okay, you guys need to be buddies. So check this out. Check this out, dude. He's a brand new agent, 9 months in the business. Okay. He's closed 5 deals. He has 7 pending deals and 12 active listings right now. Okay. Pretty good numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's great. Okay. Let me repeat the numbers. 9 months in, 5 closings, 7 pendings, 12 active listings. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I had 4 or 5 closings my first year. It took me 8 months. He's 9 months in with 5 closings, 7 pending deals, and 12 active listings. Okay.
What's the difference between me and him?
I'll tell you what the difference is, bro. 4,000 calls. It took, nobody wants to talk about the fact that it took him 14,000 calls to get to his first listing.
Wow.
Yeah. And now he's 30,000 calls in.
It changes for everybody. Some people get more lucky than others.
It's different. It's different for everybody. It's different for everybody.
100%.
Yeah.
I have a hot lead right now. I mean, he wants to put his home in the market next week. He's just doing some finished touch-ups to make it look pristine.
Yeah.
Showing him listings, but it's like now it seems that it's just all about lead follow-up. I find is important too. Staying in contact with these people. Because, I've realized that people like me because I hustle for them too.
No, I understand, bro. Well, look, I'm going to hop back on this live, man. It was good chatting with you. I hope that helps you a lot. Keep grinding and just don't lose faith, man. Keep working to get those emails, build your database, do the weekly email, keep building your brand. Here's what I would end with before I end this with you. The reason why you haven't got any listings yet is literally the universe telling you haven't put enough work in yet. Right? Dude, keep grinding. Dude, when you've put enough work in, right, the universe rewards hard work. Okay? 100%. Cool. I'll talk to you soon, brother. Cool, guys. Anything else I can do for you two today?
That was fire. You set that guy straight.
I mean, it's just like, it's just like, it's real. Like when you sit back from my position, looking from the outside at all these agents who are coming into the business, and some of them, crush it quickly. Some of them, it takes a while. Some of them, go to the moon. Some of them are average. And 90% don't make it. 90% of agents don't make it. So absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, guys, I really enjoyed having you on. Guys, if you're just tuning in, or if you just catching the last bit of this, I had Hussein out here and Ron Dennis, and I was live on Instagram here, and just trying to bring you guys as much value as humanly possible. You guys need to go back and watch this one. You really need to go back and watch this one. There were some really incredible questions from Ron and Hussein. Ron more on the, I don't know. I think I hit more life, like general life answers here. There was a little bit of real estate sprinkled in there, but it was more so like, how you living, right? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Everybody needs to sit back and ask yourself, how you living, right? Are you living with integrity? Are you living to help people? Are you living with the right intentions? Are you just out for yourself? Are you hitting a brick wall every time you turn around? Because if you're hitting a brick wall, maybe there's something wrong with your intentions. Or maybe guys, just maybe you're only helping people, right? Because they have an opportunity to help you. Maybe just maybe you're hold on. Maybe you're just helping people maybe you're just helping people just because they can help you. What I want everybody to do, I want to challenge you right now to get out there and help someone who has zero chance to turn around and put money in your pocket. Go help a real estate agent's assistant that has no chance to do business with you or come on board with you or do anything for you financially, right? Go out there and help elderly people. Go out there and help people that have no ties to your monetization in life, right? Take it to another level. Take relationships over transactions to another level and help people who can't help you back in terms of your business. Sure, it's great to put relationships over transactions and help people to grow your business, to put you in position to have a great business, right? But are you only doing it to grow your business, or are you going to take those intentions to the next level, right? So anyway, guys, I'll leave it with that. I think that was a mic drop situation. I really appreciate both of you coming on. And everybody go jump on my podcast, Zero to Diamond Podcast, Ricky Caruth. Just search me in iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, any place you can find a podcast. And I'm dropping dimes there every single day in the morning. Give me a 5-star review. Also put in the description of this video all my stuff, guys. And if you missed the Circle Prospecting webinar, it was the most fire piece of content that I've ever created. You guys need to go watch that ASAP. It'll get you right on point with what you need to be doing in your business. With that, we'll see you guys next Tuesday, as I'm going to do live cold calls with another agent somewhere. And I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you on the next show.